Alrighty, y'all, it's been about a year since the last time that we talked about any of this, right? And we're in this not weird period, but we're in this period where we are roughly 4 days, like actually 3 by the time you're watching it, away from the reveal of the next LR, which literally anybody's guess as to what that is going to be, because it's a Videl as the Dokkan Fest, and then what's next, because last year it was Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku, and then the LR was Nappa and Vegeta. Also, I just uploaded on Nanotech, link in the description, talking about the PlayStation 5 super in depth, so if that interests you, check it out. And then the units that released for the Golden Week, because yes, there will be a dual Dokkan Fest roughly 9 days later after this LR launches and was revealed. That was SSJ3 Gotenks and Super Buu. So like there was no theme to the April releases last year really at all in terms of like actually where they were like brought from, their sources, right? So this year it's literally anybody's guess, and Videl threw a wrench in the whole thing, because prior to Videl we had the massive 6-year celebration that was all focused on DBS, but everything else was looking like a massive just movie focused celebration for the worldwide celebration. So like it's weird, right? Like if you look back at it, we got freaking Bojack, we got the Super Saiyan 2 Gohan from Bojack, we got LR Turles, we got the freaking Broly from movie 8. Finally, Videl was so strange. So do we get back on that track? Now, if we look back at the LR election, which again has been spot on like right at a year since we last talked about this, we haven't really gotten any more from that list, right? Like if you guys look back at it, we had a Super Saiyan 4 Goku, we had a Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta, which of course ended up being the winner. And the thing is what you're seeing is actually specifically gave us episodes that those units would be from. So we have stuff that is very spot on, and then we have stuff that really isn't. So the Super Saiyan 4 Goku, I feel like they pretty much have gotten everything from that they were going to via that LR Super Saiyan 4 Goku we got during the year 4 celebration. Of course, Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta winning. We haven't gotten a Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, but the thing is, with Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, we've had representation for pretty much the spot on that moment. Literally, that moment happens within the super attacks of the Dokkan Festival one. So the fact that we've had that already happen now via the Dokkan Fest, an LR of that moment anytime soon just doesn't seem likely. Then there's the Dragon Ball Super Future Trunk. Now that moment is exactly represented via the Transforming Tech Dokkan Fest one from a couple years ago. So like we are probably due up for a new one. They could somehow like work into somewhere, but that one also for the most part has been represented. And then after that is Merge Zamasu, which again got represented at the same time as the Trunk. So both of those in terms, which of course we've had many Merge Zamasus in the game as well, but both of those, or just Zamasu I guess I should say, have already had a massive amount of sort of representation. So have they been made? No. But have they done essentially what their shots are portraying there? Yes. After that is Kid Buu. Bro, we haven't had a new Kid Buu since 2017. When this was made, if you want to get super like, well, Nano, technically when this was made, especially since it was for the global side, we actually hadn't had Kid Buu yet on the global side. This came out in between when Kid Buu released on JP and when it released on global. But of course we had the Intelligence Kid Buu, and that was already coming down the pipeline. So the fact that the LR election now was 4 years ago in July, and there's been no LR Kid Buu, and we already celebrated like the moments that should have been building up to an LR Kid Buu releasing and it didn't happen. Dude, they're spitting on the Kid Buu fans all around the world, bro. It's absolutely nutty. So I'm really hoping somehow, even though he won't make any, what if he's this LR in like 4 days? He doesn't make any sense now. But like, why not? Then of course there was Metacooler Army, or Metacura Army, which spot on, we've had that. The Golden Frieza. Finally, we do have an LR Golden Frieza, but it's not the same way at all, right? The one that they were portraying was an ROF Golden Frieza, and we kind of have that in the form of the transforming one that released a year and some months later for the 250 million download celebration. So that one has been represented into some form, but of course, Golden Frieza does not have a lone LR. He's sharing that one with, of course, 17. Then Beerus. There is the LR Beerus and Whis, as well as, of course, the Dokkan Fest Beerus, but neither one of them are specifically the Beerus that's advertised here, which is the Hakai Beerus. That is specifically what they were saying here. So this is one that I think is still probably looming somewhere, and I'm sure we'll see at some point, because where's the representation for Hakai Beerus in basically either of these games, right? Then we had Team Bardock. Spot on had the release of Team Bardock Ultimate Gohan. That moment is totally represented with the Tech Ultimate Gohan. So I think an LR Ultimate Gohan anytime soon is just a pipe dream at this point. Like we've already had the Majin Buu themed celebration for, you know, the majority of last year. And so I think the ship for an LR Ultimate going anytime soon at all has already sold. Now, the thing with this Master Roshi and this Goku and Krillin, technically that hasn't been made, right? That is a Dragon Ball card, but the LR Roshi that we got for free during the 6-year anniversary and Global will be getting here in just a couple months, I think is their representation of that. I think it's the spiritual successor to their idea of an LR Roshi, Goku, and Krillin, because they even put Goku and Krillin in the background of that Roshi card. Now, I'm not going to, you know, just totally check mark this one off the list because technically that is not what released, but I think if this was on a drawing board for the last 4 years, that was their way of going, wait, we can mark this one off the list. Physical DBS Roshi. We're going to put Goku, Krillin in the background of the art. Boom. That one's off the list. Great Saiyaman 1 and 2, spot on released. Cell and Cell Jr., spot on released. Demon King Piccolo, spot on released. Now, I think of my personal opinion on the things that are here, the one I want the most is the Kid Buu at this point. The fact that we haven't, Kid Buu is such an iconic character with that massive celebration surrounding all things Buu related, and we didn't end up with a new Kid Buu is like criminal in my personal opinion. And the fact that it's been 4 years on JP since one released on, I believe it's the 17th of April, we haven't had a Kid Buu release for 4 years. That is nutty. Now, as far as like what I would personally, I was gonna ask, what do you want to see next? What do you want to see next? The big one, you know, the one that hasn't happened yet. They're saving for something. If for some reason we now moving forward throughout the rest of this year up until the September celebration, which of course is always the worldwide or download celebration, if it continues to be movie themed here and there, if the dual Dokkan Fest for the Golden Week celebration here in like 14-ish days is movie themed, then I think spot on we're looking at a Gogeta Blue and Broly themed worldwide celebration. If not, then I think sometime in our very near future, this just only makes sense. It's one of the only things they have left to really hype up for an LR that isn't going to be a rehash, and that is Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. We literally haven't had a GT LR in like a minute. So even though he did just release as a Dokkan Fest, that is one that I want to see so bad. He needs an LR so bad. And I think probably at this point, even though they've released the same name update, I think how that will be like represented in the game will probably be just like the year 3 LRs and be a Super Saiyan 4 Goku with a Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta dual unit card that fuses into Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta via an active or transformation or something like that. And of course, to go along with him would be an LR Omega Shenron, because why not? This one for me is the one I've been asking for a long time too. LR Final Flash Vegeta. It's such an underrepresented moment in the entirety of Dokkan. I think there's only like 4 Super Vegeta units if you count the transforming Vegeta. And the one that truly represents this moment, the AGL one, is like fodder. You know what I mean? So the fact we don't have a proper LR of Final Flash Vegeta is, I'm going to say it again, even though I said it on Kid Buu, criminal. And then I'm going to spitball some here really quick. Majin Vegeta, give me it. Why not? You didn't update his 18 key for the original AGL one, so give me an LR Majin Vegeta with a proper, brand new, and their new style of animation Final Atonement. Yes. I'm going to feed into the memes here, LR Garlic Jr., because at this point, the fact that he hasn't had any card representation at all in the game, give him an LR, make him busted, make him stupid, give him immortality. I don't care. I just want to see Garlic Jr. in this game at some point. LR Rosé, right? I mean, it's about time, isn't it? It's been like a year. We need a new LR Rosé. Why not? No, but really though, LR Hit. I think Hit would be so sick for an LR. And of course, in that same vein, Kefla would be dope as well. And the last one to round out my list here is DBS Broly, because I want to see an LR full power DBS Broly. I think that just don't give him a transformation. Let him be just raw, bro. DBS Broly, have him have like some insane active, all kinds of stuff. 12 key, 18 key, make him just busted as all get out. Give me an LR DBS Broly. So anyways, y'all, I just wanted to go back to this speculation on what the LR this week could be. I think it will go back to movies, but at the same time, based on last year with Nappa and Vegeta, it could literally be anything. Literally. I don't think there's any way to know what this week's LR could be, and that's why I didn't want to spend much time on it, because if you're watching this past like the 15th of April, then it doesn't matter anyway. So anyways, that's the video. One last time looking at the LR election. Maybe I will get to make a video next year that's just like they all happened. There it is. They all happened. Anyways, y'all, that is the video. If you enjoyed it, hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. Nanogenix sign off. I see you all in the next video. Bye, guys.